point in your cargo space going to waste. So take a look at the job board to see if there are any delivery missions we can run at the same time. Switch to James Kirk voice. Ooh, that would be pretty good. Yeah, okay. I don't have any goods on it. Right. So job board. So we're going to Earth. Oh, right there. Sol. Right over there. There's no other missions going towards Earth, unfortunately. There's some missions past it, although we don't have the space for it. So none of that. But we'll take a look at the trading center. Right. And click on Sol. So 118. Yeah. Is our best profit. Got to check the minus signs in there. Sorry, 118 was what? Equipment, right? Equipment, 118. So a few extra bucks. We'll buy that. We'll pay down a little bit more debt. Because every day we're paying that interest. Every time you land on a planet, day advances by 1, and every jump you make, day advances by 1. So yeah, we were definitely getting, having to pay off a lot of interest here. 118's a good number. It's not bad, huh? Like how space tourists are always willing to just hop onto any old ship, no questions asked. Yeah. I met a friendly old man in the bar. What could possibly go wrong? All right, we're going to actual Earth, right? So what's interesting, the solar system, we can land on the moon, Mars, or Earth. But we're delivering people here. As you made the final landing descent to the surface of Earth, Chuck and Sarah were staring out the window in rapt attention, pointing out landmarks on the planet's surface. James joins in by telling you all about some of the history of the cities you're flying over. Carl, meanwhile, spent the entire journey playing a handheld video game, and only glances out of the window when the ship shakes from turbulence. Damn millennials. As they grab all their luggage and step off your ship to explore humanity's homeworld, he is still immersed in the game. As you collect your payment, James pulls the parents aside and says, "Watch out for pickpockets, okay? And take it from an experienced captain. You do not want to be out after dark here." Ooh, his voice is getting deeper. "Play it safe and have a great time." But it's not as hard in my throat. After they leave, James shakes his head ruefully. "It'll probably be a decade before that kid is old enough to realize that what he's missing out on? Waste of money doing a trip like this with a teenage boy. They should have gone to Skymoot and seen the dragons. Instead, I'm sure that would interest him a lot more than historical museums and ancient cities." Then, he picks up his luggage and adds, "Same deal as before. If you want to keep traveling together, meet me in the spaceport." Alright, well, let's sell off all the equipment for a meager profit. Free open source game that looks so... Yeah, man. Freak, it's a solid game. The original Skip Velocity was really good. Alright, spaceport again. The spaceport on Earth is so big and crowded that it takes a long time to find James. The sheer number of people in here is almost overwhelming. Homeless men wrapped in old army blankets beg money from well-dressed businessmen. Soldiers in Navy uniforms walk by in groups of 10 or 20, all marching in unison. Starship captains haggle with merchants over trade goods and jobs. Flashes of light come from various landing bays as welders make repairs. When you find James, he's standing by a window, looking out at the city, watching the starships take off and landing in a continuous stream. "This is it," he says, "where a race began. The world that all the tourists want to visit and that no one wants to live on. 10 billion people, more industry and exports than any other place in the galaxy. But underneath it all, poverty of a completely different sort from what you've got in the dirt belt." After taking one last glance out the window, he says, "Anyway, we're nearing my destination. Are you willing to take me on one last trip? I need to get to Hestia in the Talita system. And of course, I'll pay you quite well to take me there." Of course. Once again, you walk back to your ship with James. Once you get there, as he's stowing his luggage, you pull up the information your computer has on Hestia. It's one of those paradise worlds, terraformed to have a perfect climate, accessible only to the very wealthy. You wonder whether James is going to be able to fit in there. What's the spaceport? I don't know how you get back to the planetary description. I think you can get it from the map if you... there we go. The ancestral homeworld of humanity, Earth has a population twice that of any other inhabited planet. Sprawling cities cover large portions of the surface, many of them overcrowded and dangerous. Some people work to scrape together enough money to leave, while at the same time others, born on distant worlds, make a pilgrimage of sorts to see this planet that once cradled the entirety of the human species. Earth is also the capital of the Republic. Representative government becomes complicated when one planet has a greater population than 100 planets elsewhere. As a result, settlements of less than 1 million are grouped together into planetary districts that elect a single representative between them, a source of much frustration in the frontier worlds. I'm sure the politics of the Republic aren't going to lead to any problems whatsoever for anyone, and peace will continue to reign while we just simply make money trading cargo. Right, so we are going, to the Talita system over here. We don't know how to get there. It might be through Merrick, or it might be looping around through over here. Sol has an outfitter, so we can purchase a local map, which we're going to do with great gusto. I feel like this is the route we're going to take. Through Sirius and Procyon to whatever over here and hope it connects up. If not, well, at least we met some new things. There's a job available we could take here to deliver some goods or people to Parima, but it's not really in the way. Trading, I don't really have good information on where I'm going. So we'll buy medical. It's very low price here on Earth. We'll just load up on medicals. And I think that's that. Fuel, you get automatically refueled every time you land on a planet. And it's free. Fuel is cheap. It's just hydrogen. It's free. So, but you do have to land on the planet to get it. You can install a ram scoop on your ship later on that lets you just passively collect fuel. So, we'll go this way. So 1, 2, 3 jumps. If this system ends up being unpopulated, I guess it doesn't kill us. If it doesn't connect directly to Toledo, but we can land, we will definitely land in this system to refuel. Remember, we can make 4 jumps. You can also passively collect with any ship, it's just very slow. You can also call any ship in the sector that's, you know, friendly, and they'll top you off as well. They'll give you an assist that way, which is kind of nice. Does the trading prices stay static, or are they randomized, or living economy? I don't know. I think they're relatively static in this game, actually. We're gonna land on Thrall. Are we? You know what? Never mind. We can go directly to Toledo. We have enough for one more jump. There we go. Let's land on Hestia. Yeah, someone in chat might know. I've only basically recently started playing Endless Sky, and my memories of Endless Space, where I think the prices were static. But maybe someone else in chat knows. As you're piloting your ship down to land on Hestia, James disappears into his bunk room. After the ship has landed, he comes out no longer in the grease-stained overalls he's been wearing up until now, but in a suit. As a lifelong textile worker, you immediately note that the suit is made of real wool, very finely woven, and it has been tailored to fit him. He smooths down the front of his suit distractedly and looks at his hands as if unsure where to put them. How do I look? You look great! Let's hope the locals think so, he says. There's an awkward pause. You're unsure how to respond. Then he says, thing is, this here planet is one of the most exclusive retirement communities in the galaxy. Plenty of the locals are probably worth more than 1 billion credits, but they're mostly financial or business types, or old money. I'm rich enough to be here, but I just hope they're willing to socialize with someone who's made his fortune flying a ship. He hands you a credit chip worth 30,000 credits and says, best of luck to you, Captain. Don't hesitate to look me up if you're ever in the area. Sounds good. How much are these guys waiting to pay for medicine? A lot. I guess there's so many retirees here. It makes sense that the medicine prices are pretty high, right? Luxury goods, too. Could be a trading route we could set up. We'll see. There are events that will temporarily change the price in certain worlds, and there's new natural variation, but normally things don't change drastically every day. Yeah. I think we're too... prices you've been getting estimated for trade goods hasn't been consistent, which you actually get, so either changes or doesn't give you exact profits. It could be. I mean, I think the idea is we personally aren't significant enough to make a huge dent in the economy. But yeah, maybe things shift a little over time. So we got 56,000 credits. Let's take a look at the spaceport. Okay, sometimes when you go into the spaceport, there's a mission pop up, and those tend to be very profitable and can also lead to big story missions, although I don't think we'll get a story mission right away. We'll check the job board, because our best bet to make money is indeed going to be to make courier runs. Anything, any of these rush deliveries, if we could do, so this is a rush delivery to New Holland, they tend to be worth more. So yeah, 25 tons of paint to New Holland would be amazing. It could pay us 55,000 credits, but we can only fit 20 tons of stuff on our ship. There are 2 jobs going to Sol, actually specifically to Mars in here. So one is 14 tons of polonium to Mars. Oh, that sounds safe. They just want to make some tea is all. We're going to accept that mission. And then there's also a passenger who wants to go to Mars. Sounds good. So we'll just go ahead and double up. There's a Pearl transport to Arabia. And we can transport workers to Hayes. For now, I think we'll just take the mission to Sol. That's going to be the... We only have 6 tons of cargo. We could do some trading. I guess we should check. If we were going back to the Sol system, we could... Actually, we can almost not sell anything at a profit. I guess we can pick up some electronics. Sure. It's not going to be worth much, but what the heck. All right, let's jump. Yeah, both a delivery and a passenger to Mars is great. So I've accepted both. I need a soda. So we're done with the tutorial. We're now in the full sort of open sandbox mode of the game. And early on, especially with a shuttle, we'll mostly be doing contracts like this. Because they will pay us a lot more than we can just get from trade. So now I was gonna say I have to stop on Mars. If you hit L, it tries to auto land you on the closest planet. Normally, if you do have a mission, I think it might be kind of smart and pick the one with you've got a mission for, but I'm not sure. Just say forward with the passenger, drop off the cargo, make some more cash. I'm gonna keep trying to pay off as much as the loan as I can here, just to drop down the interest payments as aggressively as possible. Wow, there's nothing nearby. Although you do get extra pay for distance. 17 grand, 20 grand. That's miners. Well, that's not bad, because what I can do... Oh, I got to sell my electronics. Hold on. Sell all. What I can do is I can carry the 20 tons of solid-state relays for Oblivion, and 2 miners want to go to Rand here in Zeta Aquila. So that's not too shabby. We don't have any room to do trading, but that's okay. Depart. Map is set. Yeah, 4 jumps. Perfect. All right, let's go. Okay, all the systems are inhabited. We will, especially if we head south, there's going to be, I think south is where the dirt belt is. Lots of poor systems, less security, also lots of uninhabited systems. Uninhabited systems are rife with piracy because there's no sort of default space cops there. Okay, that's just someone else doing some mining. That's okay. There are different missions in multiple worlds in the same system. Yeah, that's probably true. I could probably check the job boards on the various planets. So the prices are the same per system. Oh shit, I'm being attacked, and I didn't land quickly enough. Land, 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 land! Land! I should have just hit L as soon as I came in the system. Those are pirates coming for me. Oh! We can take about, like, 2 hits in the shuttle, and we'll just explode. The game does autosave every time you leave a planet, which is good. Because especially early on, you are super fragile. We should actually have a drinking game for how many times we'll die, although maybe that would be dangerous. I don't know. Let's check the job board. Okay, there's no other jobs going to Zeta Aquila. Since we've never been there, I don't think we actually have pricing information on it. Like, if I go to trading here, yeah, we don't have any info. I could just buy something that's low, so clothing or heavy metal. I might do heavy metal just because it's more per unit. Party down. We should also be checking the spaceports wherever we are for more lucrative missions. Oh, jump. Before I get attacked! Oh my god, the missiles. Oh my god, even more missiles. Just barely out of there. So yeah, whenever you hear the whop, 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 that's because it's an enemy vessel that's locked onto you with the intention of attacking. So they're really... Whoop whoop is a bad sound. It's not the sound of the police, it's the sound of the pirates. Rand is a desert world, too dry for much farming, and with gravity low enough to be uncomfortable for most human beings. It is, however, the best source of heavy metals in the Galactic South. So I probably shouldn't have bought... Did I buy heavy metals? Yep, I could sell them at a loss. Woo! Oh yeah, and again, I don't know how to get back to the description from there. There you go. Aside from the managers of the mining companies, nearly all the people here are migrant workers from elsewhere in the dirt belt who have come to spend a season working for the relatively high wages that uranium mining offers, either to send money off-world or save it up in order to build a better life for themselves somewhere. And I do like how these areas are sort of referred to, right? You know, the core, Earth is over here, there's the dirt belt, the rim, the south. It's quite cool. Adds a little bit of personality. So we're clearly not selling off the heavy metals, although if we get a job... Oh, hold on. Spaceport encounter. In one of the corners of the spaceport, you meet a family with two kids, a pile of trunks, and boxes spread out next to them. They tell you they are trying to book passage to Maker. Work has gotten way too hard to come by here, explains the father. I've had 7 different jobs in the past year, and none of them lasted more than a month. So we thought we'd try our luck in a syndicate world. I will accept carrying them to Maker, which I think was over here, wasn't it? Oh, Delta Capricorni. I wonder if we can get to it from here or if we have to loop around. We have a job we could take in Vega. 9 tons of silver. You know, I'm going to accept this mission. We're going to have to sell off some of our goods. When you get a mission from the spaceport, you can actually go negative on cargo space, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we're going to fly to Vega. And then to Delta Capricorni. I think that's a pretty good way to go. I will go and throw down another 20 grand on our bank here. Again, just trying to keep that daily interest as low as possible. How does South African work in space? I know, right? I guess presumably everyone's agreed on like the map of the local sector and have like declared an arbitrary north and south. Because why not? Better question to be what the 2 additional directions are called. I don't know, up and down? I don't know. Space South is very friendly, but they're heavily armed. Land on silver, completing a mission. There you go. Cargo scales. Get some money. Check the spaceport. Nope. Check the job board. There's a job over here in Formaldehyde, but we can't do it. 78 tons of soy. Yep. Can't do that. So I think I'll just fly to Delta Capricorni. Capricorni. That's going to be okay. Any trade we can do there? So plus 113 for food. Okay. I mean, we can't buy... We don't have room for much food. Oh, we can sell these heavy metals. Actually, we're going to sell you. There you go. And I like how we're buying the food high, but we're still going to turn a profit. Must be very high in Delta. Happy New Year. Same to you, Napalm. Happy New Year. 2020. We're living in the future, baby. Here we can even order pizza on the internet now. That's crazy. Drop off the family from Rand and wish them the best luck on Maker. They seem optimistic and their kids are still quite excited about having taken their first ever space journey. You're sure that they will be remembering, this trip for years to come. Their parents thank you and pay you 64,000 credits. Spaceport's job, man, they are very, very, very lucrative. We're going to sell off this food, for a pretty big profit, and take a look at the job board. I don't know. We can probably... The calf is what? 7 tons of specialized whiskey barrels. And then 17 tons of neodymium. We can't do both, unfortunately. We have to do the whiskey job. I mean, obviously. I'm going to accept. And then, if we're going to CAFE, luxury goods. 288 per unit. Let's max out on luxury goods. Boop. And then, with the money left over... Drop another 50 on our mortgage. Oh, actually, we'll buy a local map because there's some adjacent systems we don't know about yet. All right. There we go. Giving us a big map over here. That was very handy. And if there's an outfitter in CAF, that'd be another good place to buy some locals. Remember being able to use Bitcoin to order Domino's Pizza. 20 Bitcoins at the time. What is that now? 400K? Yeah. I remember back in the day, you could get Bitcoins for free. Like, they're just websites giving away and things like that because they're effectively useless and it was a, interesting little marketing tool. Can't even imagine. Black hole in the central galactic north. Trading is much fun. And that's the thing, you can, there's the argument, you can always, point sort of like inward in the galaxy, outward in the galaxy, and there's like the clockwise, counterclockwise direction. And those work. But for here, we'll keep using north and southeast and whatever, just because it's easy. So that was the whiskey job done. That's us selling these luxury goods done. Check the spaceport. Ooh! While having a drink at one of the spaceport's bars, a somewhat scruffy-looking man in a dark cloak pulls you aside and offers 50,000 credits for, you know what, I don't even care what it's for. I'm doing it. I'm game. Taking off my pants right now. For discreet, no questions asked. Again, taking my pants off. Passage to New Austria. Ooh. I misread that situation. In the Menkit system, which is quite close by. It could be a quick and lucrative job. It also sounds illegal, so you'll need to avoid getting scanned or landing on planets of high security. So yes, like government ships will try to scan your cargo and your outfits to make sure you're not packing anything illegal. But yeah, 50 grand? Awesome. Sounds great. So, New Austria in the Menkit system. Shady passenger transport is what it's called. Oh yeah, right over there. No other jobs on the way or anything. That's too bad. So we'll just check the trade. We can get it 1, 2, 3 jumps. That's no problem. 150 for heavy metals. Or 148 for plastics. 150 for heavy metals seems fine to me. We'll Fill ourselves up with that. And depart. 50,000 enter your spaceport. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, but no kissing on the lips. Topia had a friend, used them in trade when they're around $200. She stops because the bank thought she was laundering money. Alright, let's land on New Austria. The hills are alive with the sound of profits. Your mysterious passenger has hardly spoken a word during the entire trip. No one even tried to scan us. That was good. As soon as you land, he hands your payment of 50,000 credits and disappears into a crowd. Alright. Spaceport, no spaceport jobs. Just check the job board. We might be able to get all the way there. What is this? 9 tons of fine furniture. 13... No, we can't double up on those, unfortunately. Closest job might be to Vindimatrix. 2 passengers to New Argentina. Okay, we may take this because it leaves our cargo hold completely free for us to bring some goods over to sell. So let's take that. Go to New Argentina. Trading. Sell all. Medical. 338 profit. Okay. Boop. Buy everything. Go to the bank. Let's pay off another 50K. All right, payments are under 1,000, so at least we got that going for us. We just transported terrorists, didn't we? I don't know. Probably just a smuggler. Had 50 kilos of blood diamonds in his belly. Let's go with that because it's slightly less problematic. I don't know. One more jump. We'll be there. Can we get a bigger ship? Oh yeah, that's definitely what we're working on. So plan A is, so